box, but we added 3/4 on each side for making it a 9-frame box, and then it also insulates it in the wintertime better too.
Oh, this one's really good.
You guys ready?
How do you zoom back out on this thing? Never mind, I got it.
Here's your queen. If you guys want to see her. Anybody want to zoom up on her? She's inside the cage. We're just going to free release her today after we get the frames in.
Oh, yeah.
She looks pretty healthy. Let me go ahead and get the frames in and then we'll release her. This frame here is full of honey. You guys see that frame?
Yes.
Now being these are the 4.9 Bs, we keep all the frames tight together. There's no spacing them apart. There's a little bit of brood on this one. See, here's some brood. Those are babies. There's some honey. They're starting to. There's a little wax on the bottom.
There's a bee on my finger.
Yeah, there was one on mine too.
Did I just ignore that, Jeff?
Yep. There's a lot of brood right here. Lots of babies on here. I'm gonna go a little faster because I feel it's sprinkling. There's some more brood.
Will they go in when it starts to rain?
Yeah. Yeah, I space these out right away. Everything's tight together and I give it the equal space on each side here. That's what I do. And then with the queen, I find more of the bees on the frames together, and I just open this bottom edge up. I'm watching her though. I'll try to. It's kind of hard with the cameras to see.
Yeah, and I don't want to get too close.
You'll be fine. You guys see her? She's going out right now. Oh, she went back in. Can you guys see her or no?
No. You know she's there.
Oh, I can see her in the cage. Can you guys see her in there?
We're trusting
See her
you.
in the cage?
Okay, hold on, I'm coming close.
Yeah, I saw her before.
Well, I want to see if you guys see her on the video. Oh, she don't want to come out.
She likes it there.
Here she comes.
Did she go in?
No. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Come on. Come on, go in. She likes that cage a lot, I guess, huh?
She's used to
her,
it.
bee whisperer.
Yeah, bee whisperer.
Still in there.
Sometimes it takes a village.
She's still in there. Come on, girl. Still in there.
I think she's got some
workers there are trying to encourage her, right?
Yeah.
Tell her it's going to start raining again.
There. Oh. Come on, girl. You're right there. There she goes. See her right there? She went in the frame.
Ooh, one just pooped
She
on
went-
me.
Yeah, I was just saying, I thought this yellow stuff.
Me too.
She's in there.
The queen went in?
Yep. Okay, now
I
what
should
I
have.
always do, in case there's any dead ones in here, I just dump it out like this, so anything falls. And I just give it a couple taps, so most of the bees come out. Make sure you turn this upside down to the box.
It's got honey in it.
No, otherwise the bees will go in there again.
Why?
Because the bees will go into where they came from.
Because the scent of her is in there. And then we want to close this off right away. Get rid of the queen cage for her scent too. And this is the top hive feeder. You just want to drip it out a little bit.
So why do you put that in there if they have all that?
Well,
That
it just
honey.
gives them a little extra food to
Okay.
sense right away.
Look at this. There's one right on
You
here.
don't have to, but I
got
guess
that
I
yellow
do a
thing
little
too.
more.
I
I'm
got it
like,
all
what
over my
is
screen.
that?
Over and beyond what I'm supposed to.
Okay.
You see this bee?
The
Here's the
survival
bee
rate
whisperer's
is a lot
wife.
better that way. That's how
She's
we
just
do it.
as
We
good.
strap down the hive and
Do you have to close off that front thing a little bit?
nope, we're gonna leave this open right now so all the bees can find their way in right now.
Do
And
we need to close it later?
nope, because
Oh.
you got 5 full frames of honey in there and pollen and
Oh, okay.
everything, so they can protect the hive off really good. When you do a packaged bee, you want to close it off to about that much.
When you
So
do
you
a
got-
what? A
When
pack?
you do packaged bees, that's without the frames that are all drawn out and everything.
Oh,
This way, they haven't established a hive yet, and this way they can defend it
Oh,
off
okay.
easier. But they've got so many bees in there.
did you count them?
2,222.
Thank you. There's one
Oh.
still over here.
So what's next, Jeff? Seeing as I
Well, when I put all the frames in there, there's 5 of them that were drawn out from the nook, and there's 9 frames in there total. So what you want to do is you want to wait till they start drawing out 6 and 7 completely, and then when they start on 8 and 9, that's when you want to add another box on. And that's the second brood box. Same thing with the second brood box, all the way out to 8 and 9, or actually it's 1 and 9 from end to end. When they get all that drawn out, then the 2 on the end are empty still, and they're just starting to draw that out. Add another box on. Now you got 3 boxes. Then you put the queen excluder and then the honey boxes after that. And it's the same thing. The honey boxes, you start out the first year with 10 frames, and then when they get to 1 and 10, then you add another box on, and then you're pretty much done.
Okay, I'm glad I have that on video because I maybe got half.
What is a queen excluder?
A queen excluder is on top of the brood boxes. 1, 2, and 3, your first boxes are brood boxes. You put a queen excluder on so she can't go through it to lay eggs in the honey boxes.
So it's
So-
a mesh screen or a plastic screen or?
It is.
Do we
I don't-
have
I
that?
don't have one here right now. It's just wire slits. She's
Oh.
just too big to get through.
So we
Okay.
don't worry about that until we put the.
After the 3rd brood box.
Okay, that's the one that has the fewer.
Yep, it
Things
has
in it.
8 frames in there.
So there
yep.
would be a screen before that one went on.
Well,
between
you
that
got
one.
you got 1 brood box, 2 brood box, 3 brood box, and then the queen excluder,
Uh huh.
and then the honey box,
Gotcha.
and that's what you keep. The first honey box and all 3 brood boxes for winter time.
Okay, so the screen is above the 3rd box.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
And then anything after the 4th box is yours to take off.
but you don't put that screen on until you get to the 3rd box.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Is this yellow stuff the bee poop?
Look at this.
I got it all over my screen
Yeah,
here.
It's been like on us.
Oh,
It's
yeah?
yellow. Is that bee poop?
I don't know. It might
It
be coming out of your
stinks.
nose.
It stinks.
So
Yeah.
when would I
It's
be
all over my
checking
thing
to see
here.
if those they were starting on those last N ones?
Well, like, okay, 2 weeks ago, I put a nook in on Sunday, and it has already drawn out 6 and 7,
Wow.
almost 8 and 9 are complete also.
Wow.
So,
That's a week?
but it all depends on the weather,
Uh-huh.
the flowers, what are out, it all depends on that. Now, if we've got rain, obviously, every day, they're not going to be going out and getting anything to draw on any frames, so.
And then also how often do we check the mixture of the honey and the
Well, you
top?
can check it every couple days if you want. This is an overkill right now because of the nook. It's got
Okay.
honey in there, but the survival rate is so much greater than just having a nook
Okay.
in there.
Now I don't have any honey.
Well, you better get your bees to working.
To put in that bottle.
Well, we have honey too.
Okay.
Yeah, we can mix you up some.
Okay.
So that's how we establish a nook.
Maybe you need to bring me some on this before I.
Yep, actually I might have a little left over here in one of my bottles, I think. We'll see.
And to go check that 7th and 8th, you just pick up that top and look in it?
Yeah, just pick up the top, pick off that inner cover, and just look. You don't have to pull the frames out. You can look right in, because there's no burr comb everywhere, yet. It's so, new. So you can just look right in there and see what they're drawing. You can also see the bees where they're at too. They'll tell you how far they're drawing out, Yep. Now a lot of people, like I said, they put the feeder in the front here, a little chamber, and then the glass bottle sits on front. But when that drips and leaks and stuff, all other insects out there sense that, and then the next step they want to come into the hive and rob the hive. So that's why we use the top hive feeder. And it's so convenient in the wintertime, you can just pull this cover off, pull this bottle out, and you can actually look down inside there and see how your bees are doing versus taking off the whole cover and exposing the bees to the elements, the winter. And
What would you see how they were doing? That the mixture was.
no, you see the bees down there, see if they're,
Oh,
if
you
they're
can see.
dead
Oh,
or
I
see
see.
if they're
Once
sluggish.
you take the jar out, then you
Yeah,
can see.
yeah,
them.
you just pull the jar right out, and there's probably bees on this one already. Oh, no, there's not, but
Can you see in there?
yeah, you can see right in there. The bees are all in the front.
My dear, you're lost. You need to go someplace else.
Yeah, if you want, shoot a video on there, and it'll show you the bees in there and everything.
I know, look, it's all over my screen.
It is.
Very
how
easy to
neat,
serve
yeah.
off
I wonder if
with
it's bird
that
poop?
frame.
Bee poop?
I
It's an awful
know.
lot of poop for a little bee.
I know. I was just saying I've never seen bee poop. I should
Oh.
say.
Little one died.
Now I was reading somewhere that some bees are pure breed and some are a mixture. Do you know what these bees are?
A lot of people.
Could you tell this guy that he's supposed to go to his house and not be on me? This
lot
one
of
right here? Would you just tell him
Oh,
to
her?
go home?
Yeah, she
Thank
went home.
you.
There's a lot of they take the bees and they artificially inseminate the bees so they know what they're injecting into them, the genetics. But in my opinion, you're better off letting the queen go out naturally, doing the breeding cycle the way that she's supposed to do.
Let her pick her.
Yep, let all the genetics from this area kick in instead of from somewhere else.
And how can they be sure if something's pure? If she goes up in the air 600 feet and mates with 10 or 12 different drones,
Well, yeah.
how do they know?
Yeah, like our bees, we don't know what they are because they made it with all kind of different drones, so.
But they have like carnelians and...
Yeah, Italians and all kind of stuff. So we like the mutt version. That's what
That's
we like.
what I heard. The mutts were kind of like dogs. They were.
Yep. Yep. They do wonderful. I think the more we fool around with Mother Nature and alter what's supposed to happen in the real world and nature, the more problems we have. Just like the bigger bees, we got the more problems with the bigger bees. The littler bees do a much better job, in my opinion. That is. So.